It started. We're read aloud today. I'm going to read Stephanie's ponytail. Victorian is going to read Stephanie's part. You all are going to read everybody else, the kids' part, right? Now, the kids' part is ugly,
Ugly, very ugly.
And Stephanie's part is
My ponytail, my life.
very good. All right, here we go. Ready? Should you read any other part?
No.
Not today. I'm going to have you do it later with me, but not today. All right. One day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So Stephanie's mom gave her a nice ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to the school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." And Stephanie said,
My ponytail, my life.
"Good job." The next morning, when Stephanie went to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming out the back. And Stephanie looked at them and said, "You are all a bunch of copycats. You just do whatever I do. You don't have a brain in your heads." The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said,
No.
"No." "Then that's that," said her mom. "That's the only place you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the side, just above my ear." "Very strange," said the mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming right above her ear. Look, I didn't know that word ear because it's spelled kind of funny. Could I use a picture to figure out what she's talking about? Oh, so
Wait.
right there, right?
Here.
Here we go. When she went to school, the other kids saw her and said,
Ugly, ugly, very ugly.
Stephanie said,
It's
"Good job, sorry. You had it the other day, so it was tricky." The next morning when Stephanie came to school, all the girls, and even some of the boys, had ponytails coming out just above their ears. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the side?" "No." "Then that's that," said her mom. "There is no other place you can do ponytails." "Yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out of the top of my head like a tree." "It's very, very strange," said her mom. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. There's that word, right? So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the top of her head like a tree. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her and said,
ugly, ugly, very ugly.
And Stephanie said, "Jacorian, it's, good job." The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys had ponytails coming out the top. It looked like broccoli was growing out of their heads. See, and now I can read the word because I looked at the picture. So that was another one I did a picture for, right? Here's the word where I did word parts. What was this word now? Definitely. Definitely. Here we go. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" And Stephanie said, "No." "Would you like one coming out the side?" "No." "Would you like one coming out of the top?" "No." "Then that is definitely that," said the mom. "There is no other place you can do ponytails." "Yes, there is," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the front and hanging down in front of my nose." "But nobody will know if you are coming or going," her mom said. "Are you sure that's what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the front. On the way to school, she bumped into 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and said,
Ugly, ugly, very ugly.
And Stephanie said, you want to say it, Jacoria? Okay, Elsa, go ahead. Good job. The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys and even the teacher had ponytails coming out the front and hanging down in front of their noses. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into the desk and they bumped into each other. They bumped into the walls, and by mistake, no, because I paid attention to the story, synonym for accident, 3 girls went into the boys' bathroom. Stephanie yelled, "You are a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come tomorrow, I am going to have shaved my head." Do you see right here as all capital? When they're all capital, we emphasize it. We say it strong. So like when I said, look through the whole word. Do you hear that? Emphasis. So shave my head.
She looks so bad.
The first person to come the next day, King, was the teacher. She had shaved her head, and she was bald. The next to come were the boys. They had shaved their heads, and they were bald. The next to come were the girls. They had shaved their heads, and they were bald. The last person to come was Stephanie, and she had a nice little ponytail coming right out the back. So I know you already have read the book now, and we already knew what happened, but it's still funny every time you read it, isn't it? That's why it's my favorite book. So, really quickly with our reading today, what I want to make sure we did is we did some of these words. So tell me, how did I figure out broccoli? What did I do? What strategy did I use? Maya, thank you for raising your hand. What strategy did I use over here? Very good. I used the picture. And Wesley, what did I use to figure out this word? Definitely. What did I do over there? I found the word, the parts deaf and it. Word parts right here, right? Word parts. Okay, what about when I knew that this word was not accident, but I thought it was, I used what was going on. So which one of these is this, Kaya? I used what was... So I did look at the pictures, but really I needed to know what was going on in the story, right? So I used what was happening in the story, right there, that second one. All right, 2 more. They were both the same strategy that we used. We wrote on the board, we used the same strategy for both of them. What was this one? King, what was this one? That's just construction, it's okay. Brainless copycats. And what strategy else did I use to figure that out? Words inside the words. And then what happens, and I didn't have this happen on my book here, but what happens if I've tried all of those strategies and I do not know the word? Don't give up. Try something. Take a guess. Nice job. Go back to your seats and come over.
I'm dead.
Oh, I didn't have you put them away. That's okay. We're going to keep them out today.